In this video, I'll explain how to set up a unit conversion. And not only is this a unit conversion, this is kind of a complicated unit conversion. We have two different units. This is a ratio between micrograms and deciliters. And we're converting from micrograms to grams. And then we're converting from deciliters to milliliters. So as you can tell, you'll have several conversion factors. So the strategy, we need to convert from micrograms to grams. And since grams is a base unit, we just need one conversion factor to convert from micrograms to grams. The other unit that we're converting is deciliters, and we're converting from deciliters to milliliters. And neither one of these are base units, so we have to do two conversions. We have to go from deciliters to liters, and then from liters to milliliters. And so we need to identify our conversion factors. So here are the conversion factors. To convert from micrograms to grams is 1 microgram is equal to 10 to the negative 6 grams. 1 deciliter is equal to 10 to the negative 1 liters, and then 1 milliliter is equal to 10 to the negative third liters. Now remember, when we look at our chart, if we're going to find micro, for example, here's micro. The way that we read this column that says meaning with the scientific notation, we always associate this column with your base units. So grams would be a base unit, liters would be a base unit, meters would be a base unit. Okay, and so that's what we did here. 10 to the negative 6 grams, 10 to the negative 1 liters, and then 10 to the negative 3 liters. Notice base unit, base unit, base unit, all of those with scientific notation. Micrograms, we want to convert that micrograms to grams. So if you look at our original unit micrograms, this is on top. So we want to convert that by putting micrograms on the bottom. Micrograms. And if you come over here, we see that it's 1 microgram. We're converting from micrograms to grams, so we put grams on top. That's 10 to the negative 6. Micrograms cancels. Next we have deciliters. And in deciliters, since this is on bottom, we want to put deciliters on top. And that would make liters on bottom. So 1 deciliter on top, 10 to the negative 1 liters on bottom. Your deciliters cancel. The only unit that's left is liters, and since liters are on bottom, we want liters on top. And since we have this labeled 10 to the negative third, it would be 10 to the negative third liters, 1 milliliter on bottom. Liters cancels, top and bottom. So the only units that we have left over are grams and milliliters. Notice how grams are on top, milliliters are on bottom. And we're not going to calculate this because in this particular ALEKS, there's no calculation. All right, next example. We're going to convert 43.56 Pascal meters cubed to kilopascals meters cubed. So Pascal centimeters cubed to kilopascals meters cubed. Strategy. We're going to convert pascals to kilopascals. We're going to convert centimeters cubed to meters cubed. So 1 kilopascal is equal to 10 to the third pascals. And then 1 centimeter, so if we look over here, centi is 10 to the negative second. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 to the negative second meters. And you might ask, why is there a 3? Why is this raised to the third power? So your original unit is centimeters cubed and your new unit is meters cubed. Our conversion chart doesn't accommodate squares, cubed, any exponent. This would just be one dimension, deci, centi, milli, times -1 times, to the second power, negative second power, negative third power. And so when we do this, you have to raise both the unit and the number that's associated, the coefficient. You have to raise the unit and the coefficient to that power. And since we're talking about the third power, we have to raise both of these. Now, if you were to actually calculate this, we would have to use our law of exponents to be able to convert this negative second to negative sixth. But the ALEKS doesn't want you to actually do any calculations yet. On this particular ALEKS, you're just setting it up. Okay. Pascals to kilopascals. So we have our conversion. Since we have pascals on top, we need pascals on bottom, 10 to the third. And we're converting to kilopascals. That's on top. Pascals cancels. Our next conversion is centimeters cubed to meters cubed. And since we have centimeters cubed on the bottom, we're going to put centimeters on the bottom. And so here's our centimeter. That's going to be 1 centimeter. And then we put meters on top. That's 10 to the negative second meters. We have to cube the whole thing. Centimeters cubed cancels, and we would, we know that means centimeters cubed, and that would be meters cubed. So the only units that are left over are kilopascals over, oh, not over, it would just be kilopascals times meters cubed.